Option 4. You unbuckle your chest harness, pulling your inverted dagger from its sheath. Kneeling at the edge of the granite line, you test the air, watching dust motes hang frozen in the gray dark. You extend the long blade, pressing the tip against the seam of the first flagstone. Click! The stone yields a fraction of an inch, a weight-triggered counterweight. Tracing the hairline cracks along the floor, you map the grid in your mind. 3 plates wide, staggered like bricks. Crouching low, you move with deliberate, aching patience. You plant your boots strictly on the solid mortar seams between the triggers, shifting your weight only when you know the granite beneath you is stable. 10 feet in, you spot it. A thin, rusted wire stretching across the gap between 2 pillars. You slide the flat of your blade under the line, easing it upward to release the tension. Snap! The brittle wire doesn't disarm. It shears instantly under its own decay. Deep within the stone walls, an ancient counterweight drops with a sickening, deafening thud. Instinct takes over before your eyes can even track the motion. Above your head, heavy iron spears shoot downward through the ceiling. Murder holes with a screaming hiss of pressurized springs. You dive forward, throwing your weight onto the solid flagstones ahead and rolling hard across the stone floor. Thwack, thwack, thwack! Heavy iron spikes slam into the granite behind you, showering your back with jagged stone splinters and sparks. A second later, a screeching groan of counterweights. The mechanical rig resets, snatching the bloody-tipped iron spears straight back up into the ceiling maws, leaving the dust-covered floor clear once more. Breathing heavily, you scramble to your feet on the far side of the kill zone, broadsword half drawn. You take a slow, measured breath, letting the surge of adrenaline settle, and sheathe your blade. The floor behind you is empty again, save for the fresh gouges in the stone. Before you stands the massive center portcullis. Its heavy iron-bound oak beams are anchored deep into the stone. On the right wall, the iron winch mechanism sits caked in rust. Knowing the noise from the trap likely alerted anything nearby, you step up to the crank arm without hesitation. You wrap both hands around the cold iron and plant your boots. Then you drive upward with your legs, hauling the heavy portcullis high enough to duck underneath before slipping into the shadows beyond. This has been success. Please move on to the next part of the story, main story 2.